Good morning, children. Welcome to your physics class. Today, we are going to study the next part of speed and velocity. That already I have mentioned the term acceleration. Did you hear the word acceleration? You might have heard the word accelerator connected to any vehicle, axle, scooter, bike, car. Acceleration is there. So there we are using the term accelerator. Accelerator is used to increase the speed or decrease the speed. To increase the speed, you have to accelerate it. Similarly, by using the accelerator, we can decrease the speed. So, accelerator, what is doing? Increasing the speed or decreasing the speed. So, by that we can understand what is acceleration. Acceleration is changing velocity. They are changing velocity per unit time. That is, we define acceleration in physics. So, how will you define acceleration? Acceleration is changing velocity per unit time. So, we write acceleration equal to changing velocity, change in velocity divided by time taken. So what is acceleration? Change in velocity per unit time. So velocity of a object changing per unit time, then body is said to be acceleration. Body is said to be accelerating. If velocity is not changing, constant, it does not have any acceleration. Body continuous speed or continuous velocity, if it is moving, there is no acceleration. So there is no acceleration taken place. So we define acceleration as changing velocity of an object per unit time. As a formula, when we write acceleration equal to change in velocity divided by time. So in this we can understand that the velocity is not a constant, velocity is changing. This case we consider u as initial velocity. U as initial velocity. Then we consider v as final velocity, small letter, final velocity. So we have such cases when velocity is changing. We have initial velocity and final velocity. Dear children, you can understand u represent initial velocity, v represent final velocity. Then we have a represent acceleration. Small letter a represent acceleration. Then t is the time taken to change velocity from initial value to final value. The symbols are very important. Here after the topics we are learning these symbols. Q represent initial velocity, V represent final velocity, A acceleration. Then T is the time taken to change velocity from initial value to final value. Clear is it? U is what? Initial velocity. V final velocity. A acceleration. T time taken to change velocity from U to V. Then we have as a formula we can write acceleration equal to A equal to change in velocity, that is V minus U. V minus U represent change in velocity divided by time taken to change velocity. We have the formula A equal to V minus U by T. We can write arrow mark there. It is a vector quantity only because velocity is a vector quantity. So acceleration also a vector quantity. Vector quantity is not a scalar. It possesses both the magnitude and direction. So it is a vector quantity. So dear children, here what is the formula to find acceleration? A equal to V minus U by T. In problems you will be given initial velocity, final velocity and time taken to change velocity from initial value to final value sometimes. Then you can calculate acceleration like that. A equal to b minus u by t. It's a very important equation. We are doing number of problem solving using this equation. We are solving problems using this equation. It's an application level equation only. Acceleration is change in velocity divided by time. You know, as velocity is a vector quantity. Change in velocity also a vector quantity. This is velocity only. Change in velocity also velocity only. So, velocity divided by time only acceleration. Then since here velocity is not constant changing, we have the equation change in velocity. Then only we said we can have acceleration. When velocity is constant, acceleration is zero. Velocity is uniform, constant, not changing. Velocity is constant, we have same velocity. Suppose 30 km per hour. Every second or every moment, velocity of a vehicle is 30 km per hour. Then body is said to have zero acceleration. Object does not have acceleration. But velocity sometimes increasing, decreasing, such cases, body is said to be accelerated. We consider a chalk is dropping from a from the top. If I drop like that, you can see that the chalk is falling down. Its velocity is changing gradually. Velocity is from initial value 0 to increasing. Just above the ground, velocity is maximum. So, body is said to be accelerating. Body is having positive acceleration. Their velocity gradually increasing. Then body is said to be have a positive acceleration. Then on the other hand, we consider an example. A train is approaching the station. Train is approaching the station. You might have done a journey in train. Especially we have coastal area. Majority doing travel in train. Then we consider an train is approaching the station. You know velocity is slowly decreasing. Initially high velocity, then slowly decreasing. Then we have a negative acceleration. So here velocity is in the direction of their velocity is in the direction of acceleration. We have positive acceleration. Velocity changing opposite to direction. Then we have negative acceleration. So negative acceleration case speed decreasing only. Positive acceleration case speed increasing. We consider train is leaving the station and start to do journey. Then initially at rest only. Then speed increases. Then body is said to be have a positive acceleration. Then we consider a mango is falling from a mango tree. So initially velocity is 0. Then it drops to ground due to gravitational force. Velocity increases gradually. So freely falling body we consider as positive acceleration. So positive acceleration, negative acceleration are there. Then we will I will explain which way we can define. Similarly, we have a uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. About that also we have to study today. So we have acceleration is v minus u by t. Change in velocity by unit time. It is a vector quantity. Then we consider SI unit. What will be SI unit of acceleration? Very important only. SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Meter per second. Then in time what will be? Second. Then substitute here a unit. V minus u is meter per second only. So meter per second divided by second. Look here, acceleration is changing velocity by time. Changing velocity unit meter per second. It is also velocity only. Though velocity changed, it is velocity only. Meter per second divided by second. So we have a meter by second square. It is can be written as meter second raised to minus 2, or one more way we can write or meter per second square. So this is a unit of acceleration. So what is the unit of acceleration? Meter second raised to minus 2 or meter per second square. Velocity unit meter, time unit already have written second. Then we have acceleration is change in velocity meter per second divided by time second. So meter per second divided by second. We have meter per second square. This can be written as meter second raised to minus 2. Power when taken to numerator it will be minus. Meter second raised to minus 2 or meter per second square. This is the SI unit of acceleration. Next we have uniform and non-uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. Consider an object moving in a straight line. Straight line. And velocity increases or decreases. Velocity changes. Increases or decreases. Equal amount in equal interval of time. Equal interval of time. Body is said to have uniform acceleration. So here first factor, body is traveling in a straight line and velocity changes by an amount, equal amount in equal interval of time. Velocity changes equal amounts in equal interval of time. Body is said to have a uniform acceleration. So when body is said to have uniform acceleration, consider an object traveling in a straight line. This is the first fact. Traveling in a straight line and velocity changes equal amounts in equal interval of time. Body is said to have a uniform acceleration. On the other hand, what is non-uniform? Some changes I have to done here. Uniform example I tell, then I go about non-uniform. Uniform example, as I said, when we drop an object, freely falling body. We say freely falling body. Freely falling body is an example of velocity of a freely falling body. Is an example of velocity changes there. Then body is said to be accelerated. So acceleration when an object is falling freely is an example of uniform acceleration. Velocity changes gradually. Velocity increases gradually. Initially zero velocity, then gradually increases, and velocity is maximum just before touching the ground. That case, body is said to have a uniform acceleration. So, acceleration of a freely falling body is an example of uniform acceleration. Then I explain non-uniform acceleration. So opposite of uniform acceleration only. Non-uniform acceleration. Non-uniform. There also consider an object is traveling in a straight line and its velocity changes unequal amounts. This is the difference. Velocity changes unequal amounts in equal interval of time. Body is said to have a non-uniform acceleration. You know, majority of motions when we consider unequal amount in equal interval of time, like car traveling in a straight line, then velocity increases or decreases, unequal amount. We cannot keep velocity changing, unequal amount. Sometimes increases some higher value, then lower value. Like as velocity changes, unequal amount, or speed changes, unequal amounts in equal interval of time. Then body is said to have a non-uniform acceleration. I will explain non-uniform acceleration. Consider an object traveling in a straight line and velocity changes unequal amounts in equal interval of time. Body is said to have a non-uniform acceleration. So today I taught only one concept. What is acceleration and its SI unit, equation, then related term uniform and non-uniform isolation with examples. Dear children, you can read a textbook minimum 3 times you must read. I am telling 3 times, limiting only, maximum minimum margin only set 3, then maximum up to you until you understand. You must read the textbook. This SI unit you have to underline from textbook, definition, formula, then concept of uniform and non-uniform isolation with examples. You must read from textbook and study. Thank you children.